We're back.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah,
It's
first
been
video of 2021.
Wow.
Hey, y'all.
Very exciting.
So we thought to appropriately wrap it up, even though it's already 2021, but we're gonna wrap up 2020. This is my frog pillow pet, so just
Hey,
to
girl.
appropriately wrap up 2020, we decided to do a recap. It's like we're chilling,
Just some questions.
lounging.
Yeah.
It's been a hot second, and you get to know more about us because we're just so amazing. So
Yeah.
2020 was the year of consuming a lot of media in
Yes.
quarantine. So with a lot of fun stuff to talk
There's a lot
about.
to cover.
There is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
so we can get right into it with introductions. we're gonna get right into it. With introductions, we're not gonna do question
What
of
was
the
the thing
day.
from the Hunger Games? Who protects them?
Oh my god.
Sorry, I just
Who
remembered.
protects them?
Them who protects them.
Who protects them?
What about them?
So if
Anyway.
for a quick aside, if you don't know, in Hunger Games Catching Fire, after when Katniss and Peeta are like touring and someone gets executed during their thing, and what's his name again?
Hey, Mitch.
Hey, Mitch.
Hamish. He just he has a line delivery, and he's like, "Damn, who protects them?" And we just lost it.
Just took us out.
Yeah, his southern accent just really came through with that line.
Yeah.
So we kind of that's one movie line we quote a lot.
It's a
So.
quote of
We can make
2020.
that TikTok, where it's like lines that we quote all the time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's up there.
In
Totally
Twilight when Jacob's
No.
you have there's so many ones in Twilight, you have Bella, where you been, Loca?
Oh my
One that I've
gosh.
seen so much
And
on
then you
TikTok. I'm
I've
like,
seen that
what
too.
the hell
And then
is
you
that?
have Battle Scars. You have that one. Remember
I
when
don't even know the context of these.
Ew.
because Battle Scars is when what's his face? Jasper, Bella's like, where do you get your scars from? And he's like, Battle Scars, because he's a Confederate soldier. He's like so I remember that.
Oh.
And then
Oh,
we
God.
have yeah, those are my two favorites. And yeah.
Where you been, Loca?
How you
Bella,
been,
where you
Loca?
I hate that. But we'll get
Gosh,
into
we keep talking about
introductions.
Twilight. We keep
Yeah, I know.
it always goes back to Twilight.
Exactly.
It really does.
So we'll do introductions and we'll get right on into it because we have so many questions. We're just going to ask questions to
Yes.
each other. We pre-asked them already to make sure there wasn't any duplicates. So there was no element of surprise except to you, the viewer. It's going to be a surprise to you. So
Ooh.
yeah, I guess I will go first. Hi, my name's Anjali Kakuna, like Akuna Matata, and that's my name.
Nice.
That was beautiful.
Snaps.
Thank you.
That was perfect.
Then who are you
Hey.
people?
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm Hunter Friedman. Hey, what's up?
hey.
Hi. Can you see reaction? Wait, can you do react?
Oh. Yeah.
Clap. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Then you?
Fine. Oh, my name is Isabella. Isabella Ruth Carone.
Oh,
Born
she had the
October
full
8th.
name.
Shit, middle name.
2000.
Wow.
So,
that should have
I'm a
been
Libra. No, I was kidding.
I'm only.
I'm a no nonsense Libra. I love walking on the beach. No, I was kidding. I don't know.
I was like, wow, you've prepared.
Dating profile.
Yeah, literally. All right. Should we get into the questions?
Yeah, let's ask the first question.
Get into it, baby.
What was my my first question was, what was your favorite album of 2020? So
Ooh.
album released in 2020. That was your favorite.
Okay.
Well, Hunter, since you asked it, do you have an answer?
I think, I gotta go with the most recent. I gotta go with Evermore.
Okay, yeah.
Look, I always have Taylor Swift moments in my life where I get really into her for like a month, but then I'm kind of like, okay, like whatever. But ever since Evermore came out, I've been in the Taylor Swift mode, like hardcore. And I don't know, I just think it's so pretty. I think her songwriting, impeccable. Yeah, and I've watched like the documentary. I'm very like I'm in the fandom now. So that's my answer.
What is it? A Swiftie?
Yeah, I'm a Swiftie now.
You're a Swiftie?
A Swivel Swifter? A Swivel Swifter?
Yeah.
No, I feel like the exact same way. Like with Taylor Swift, like I feel like a new album will come out and then like I'll listen to it and I'll be like, oh dang, like I forget how good she is and like whatever, and then like I'll get into moods, but then like they'll fade out. But like ever since Folklore came out, which okay, I guess that'll be my answer. Segue.
Yay.
Yeah, I feel like because Folklore I've listened to the most and like actually enjoyed it. There's a few other albums that came out in 2020 that I wasn't that impressed with. So if we're gonna talk about least albums, that's another story. But
we don't
I
want
was
to
just
know.
talking about so like the 1975 released their 4th album this
Oh,
year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but like,
Was
and
it
I love
bad?
them. They're probably like my favorite band, and it's not bad. Like objectively, nothing that they write is bad, but it's just like it was a different sound than like what they normally do, which I respect that. I get it, but there's a lot of like kind of like electronic sounds and like like instrumental songs, and I was like, but I love his voice, like I want him to sing. Like there's a lot of songs where nothing was really happening.
Interesting.
So yeah, it was like weird. So
I hate when that happens.
I know.
When like your favorite band finally comes out with a new album and you're like, oh.
And it's been hyped up for so long because the album kept getting delayed, and like the singer Maddie Healy was just like, oh, like this is. He keeps alluding to like, oh, we're not going to be making music for like a really long time after this album, and like it's very like it calls back to like our first album, and I was like, I like didn't really get that in this album, but okay. Like I didn't really feel that. But so when Folklore came out, I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, and my original point was that Taylor Swift is one of the only artists where I actually listen to the lyrics of songs. I listen to the lyrics of Folklore, and like you said, she's just an incredible songwriter.
So good.
I think that Folklore and Evermore hit it out of the park. I was very impressed. So that's my whole speech about albums of 2020. I'm sorry, that was a lot.
No, it was good. I'm interested.
Yeah, it's always nice.
Angelique, what's yours?
I like Taylor Swift. I mean, with me, it's really hard. I'm not a big album girl. Like, I'm kind of like, oh, like I picked like, Taylor Swift. I really like the first song on the album. What is it called? Like, what is it called again? The very first song.
On Evermore
or on Evermore.
Willow.
I really like Willow.
I really like Willow too.
Yeah. So like I listened to that one a lot. But I think like my favorite album, they came from, surprisingly they're like EPs, but they came from my favorite K-pop artists. And like I want to shout out, they're from my favorite K-pop band too. I have two. They're named Baekhyun and Kai. I added one of Kai's songs onto Hunter's birthday playlist. So I don't know if she listened to it, but
cute. I haven't yet.
To
I haven't yet. I keep forgetting.
It's okay, Hunter.
I keep listening to Taylor Swift. Help.
You get into the Taylor Swift mood, like you can't get out of it.
You can't get out.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
She sucks you in.
So basically, Kai and Baekhyun's album came out like a few days after my birthday, so I was like, the best birthday gift. And then Kai came up with his album very soon, because like I told you, I'm not a big album person, but those are the two artists where like I listened to their whole album like literally minutes after it came out. Like I would stay up late and like, listen to all their songs. So there's only like 5 songs on the album usually. So I enjoyed them. They're like a lot more. They're not like pop, but they're more R&B. And even though I don't understand Korean that much, Kai's album, I really like his song Amnesia, which I added to Hunter's playlist, I'm pretty sure. On that one, it's like, and it's that one's my favorite one. And like also just like the music videos that came from it, like Kai's a very good dancer, and like for his like sneak peek of his album, he did like a whole like 6-minute movie about each song, and like did like 2 minutes like a sneak peek of each song, and it was really good. And like he's a really good artist all around. He did stuff for Gucci, so that's cool. Like very an artist. Oh. And Beckham so cool. Beckham's more R&B, like his voice is beautiful, and like a lot of good I don't know, I could be really wrong, but I don't know if they write their music, which I want to believe Beckham writes his music because he's like more into singing and Kai's more into dancing. So yeah, it was really cool to see, especially Kai, because he hasn't had like, they've been K-pop artists for like really long time, like probably like early 2010s, and they're now just getting their like solo debut. So it's like really cool to see like their unique aspects shine through, and not in like a band aspect, they're like solos. So yeah, like I really like those are like, I kind of like Taylor Swift. I listen to Kai's album like every day, like for the most part, and like I really enjoy it. And
love that.
And he has a song called like so he's like and yeah. And that's my answer. So yeah.
Fun.
First answer down. Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, right. I guess it's my turn. So mine's not a movie or music related, but my question is, what is something you accomplished in 2020?
Ooh.
I can go first because
go first.
Something I really taught myself in 2020 was to be more self-confident, because getting personal here. I went through like a really like rough breakup in 2020, and I think like I just thought, like, kind of getting philosophical, but I always thought the low parts of my life was when I was single, and the high parts were when I was like in a relationship. But then I realized like I kind of been sad all the time, even in a relationship and even outside a relationship. Oh God. So I want to be happy, like when I'm single still, and like, yeah. And then it just kind of like, when like I get rejected or something, I'm like, oh, it's their loss, because I'm a pretty awesome person, and like I'm more girl. I'm like, damn, I'm hot, shit like that. Like trying to be just confident and making my friends feel confident and not comparing myself to other people. I struggle with that one, but more just like when it comes to like relationships with friends, like both friendships and romantic relationships, I just know like, oh, like I'm a cool person. People are lucky to be my friend, and like stuff like that. It's not like an
that's a good attitude.
But yeah. If someone doesn't like me, like, oh, that's just their thing. Like now I'm in more the mindset where I'm like, someone roast me, like what's bad about me? Please. Like, I'm like, what's wrong with me? No, like not like
that's so funny.
I'm like if you don't like me, like please tell me, because I want to know. I don't see it. So
yeah.
Give me details.
I love that.
Yeah, and that's something I learned.
That's such a good one.
That is a good one. That's like a good way.
Especially now. Yeah.
Yeah. 2020.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like in 2020, both studying abroad and like quarantine, I felt I was alone, so I was able to like really self-reflect. Like in Paris, like walking the streets alone, like I was able to think about like myself,
metro or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I listened to a lot of music, so like I was able to really reflect on myself, and like it made me just more confident in that sense too. So yeah,
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Props.
That's a really
good
like
answer. Tough. It's a tough thing. I feel like, especially like as women, I feel like women are always taught to be like people pleasers, and like, very like, oh, everyone needs to like me. So it's like, because I've like gone through the same, like I have such a problem with that. So like, props to you, girl.
Thank you.
Snaps. Yeah. Big snaps.
I'm just like, I don't care what people think about me. like I'm the type of person now, if like someone says something mean, I'll like say something back to them, I guess. It's like yeah, like sometimes people like stare at my mom or something, and I'll just stare at them back like, what are you looking at? Like,
oh my God.
Stop staring at her. Like I'm very much defensive of like my friends too. Like if anyone said anything bad about y'all, I'd be the one to be like, what are you talking about? Like,
who protects
I would just be I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm the protector of them. So yeah. But yeah, I guess, yeah, but y'all's turn.
Oof, I gotta think. That was a good one. Oh, I guess something that I've been wanting to do for a while was my clothing store.
Oh.
I did that this year.
Lincoln.
And because like literally my whole life I've wanted to do stuff in fashion, and I've always wanted to have my own like store or website or whatever. And then this year I was like, or this past summer I was like, you know what, like we're gonna do it. And then I launched it in November. So I'll say that as my accomplishment of 2020. I'm pretty proud of myself for that one.
And the clothes are really
It's a really good one.
I don't own any clothing yet, but I want to.
I don't know.
Really
I got nothing money. I'll be shopping.
Thanks, y'all. Yeah. It's been fun.
Gosh, little good, entrepreneurs over here. What have I accomplished? Well, honestly, like for me, like I feel like I always talk about like studying abroad, and I like hate to be a broken record about it, but like
that's all of us though.
No, we do.
This is a safe space.
Yeah, we always just talk about study abroad because like for me, like it's true. Like I went to a college like that's only like an hour away from like where I grew up, so I've kind of been in like the SoCal bubble my whole life, and so like actually like going by myself to like anywhere new for school was just like a really huge step for me because I was scared to like leave the state, honestly, when it came to college. And so just getting to like learn was actually like to live like independently. And like I had friends there, like Leanne was there, speaking of which, and other girls like from Chapman and stuff. So like that was really cool to like not be completely alone. But I learned a lot just about like being independent and like also being in a different country too, because I had never been out of the country, and get that world view, you know?
Yeah.
Global traveler. But
yeah, she's a jet setter.
Yeah. So that was a big deal.
Accomplishment.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say that because like, you know, I always like I pay attention to like all y'all's accomplishments. So like when you all were like, I don't know if I have any accomplishments, I was gonna bring out the book like I have to tell y'all everything.
You're like, I remember.
No, like and for Isabella, I was definitely gonna stay like studying abroad, especially because like you never been outside of the country, and I think all of us, because it's like, because same with me, it was kind of like I never like you just said, I went Chapman's only 20 minutes away from like Long Beach, and so it was like weird going out of the country. It's a very huge step, especially because I remember Isabella and I were both like, how do we do stuff alone? Like remember
because
I remember like at first, because I was supposed to come visit like both of you, or visit Isabella, but I remember Isabella was so like because this was your first week, so I understand, but I remember Isabella was like, I never used the tube before, so I don't know if I want to do that. And I was like, yeah. I remember I was like, oh yeah, no, I totally understand that, because I was like, I literally, because I remember I didn't want to do anything alone until I was literally forced to. Like, I didn't use the Metro alone until like my roommate said like she had to go home early for an internship interview. So I was like, oh shit, I have to go home alone. And I remember like being so freaked out. I think my AirPod fell out when I was walking, and I was like, almost had like a heart attack. And I was just,
oh my gosh, that happened to me too. That's so funny.
And I was like sprinting back home because there was like a Metro strike, like a train strike in Paris when I got there. So like I had to walk really far to get back home. And I didn't
have any public transportation I had to deal with because I would have been a mess.
That's right.
It was so nice. But we all have like some similar accomplishments but different. So yeah, that's the conclusion of our question, I guess.
All right, Isabella, now it's time for you.
now it's time for your question. That's so funny. Oh my god. I completely like just got so excited talking about TikTok. All right.
I know, we got really into that.
So my question is kind of taking a turn, but back to good old movies. But what was your least favorite movie that came out this year?
Ooh.
I know there's a very limited amount, but
I think I already have an answer.
Yeah, I already have an answer too, I think.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, same.
So Isabella, you go first.
Yeah. My least favorite movie of 2020. I know like a lot of people have been talking about it because it just came out, but like 1984.
I haven't seen it yet. I might watch it tonight.
You said it's bad.
We watched it Christmas Day, so I watched it with my dad and my sister, and we literally like fast forwarded through some parts of the movie because it was so boring. I hate to do that too. Like, I hate to do that. So I try to sit through. We were all sitting there and we were like, like, what's going on? Like, it was just so boring. And it was such a shame because the first one was so good. But like,
Yeah,
all
that's
of
so
the stuff that
weird.
made the first movie good, like all the action scenes, all of the really cool like just like her like costume moments also, and like her relationship with like Chris Pine's character, like that, none of that was there in the second one, and it was a disappointment. Unfortunately.
Yeah, people have been like going off about it.
I know.
I've heard.
That sucks.
It's weird, especially because I see the advertisements that are always like, critics agree, like, best movie of
Literally.
Like, who are these critics?
And I was like, because
how much were they paid?
When
the
reviews
reviews
were first coming out, like, everyone was like, oh my god, it's so good, like, it's just as good as the first one, like, their chemistry is so good. And then I watched it and I was like, are you sure about that? Like, what? But then I guess more people finally started watching it, and then the reviews just like kept dropping, and I was like, okay, good, because like I don't know if there's something I was missing, because like I did not like it.
It's kind of like when Batman versus Superman came out. I remember the reviews were super good for it when it first came out, and then I remember watching it and being like,
I remember that.
I hated that. I saw that on a date. I was like, I hate this movie.
The movie was also, it was
and
like
I was really excited.
Where like not like, it was really long, but like nothing happened in it. It's so weird. I don't know. DC needs to. They need to get their franchise together, man.
That sucks. Damn.
Hunter, do you want to go next?
Oh, sure. Okay. My least favorite movie that came out this year. I didn't really see like that many movies that came out this year. Most of it was toward the way beginning. I mean, obviously, because like things were still open, but like, because when Fox came to visit, we went and saw movies a bunch. So we like saw a bunch of new movies coming out, and just like very random ones, because like the theaters are very small, so they weren't showing them all. So we saw. I need to look at my phone to remember what it's called, because I don't even remember. Brahms the Boy 2, that like scary movie about the little like doll boy.
Oh my goodness.
Had seen the first one. And it was like, the experience was great because it was so bad, so we were like laughing the whole time, but like the movie itself was so bad. Like, it was comedically bad.
Is that the one that Katie Holmes is in? Or no?
Wait, I think she was. Wait.
Hunter didn't watch Dawson's Creek yet.
She is.
You didn't watch it yet. She's in it, right? Okay.
She is. She's like the mom.
I know that, but oh my god, Katie.
That's so funny.
Joey.
It always comes back. It always comes back.
It always comes back. I swear.
Katie was great, but like
Katie's great.
The premise was just so.
I mean,
weird.
it's a sequel to
a horror movie.
Was the horror movie even that good in the beginning, like the first one?
See, neither of us had seen it, so I don't know. I don't know.
So funny.
Oh goodness, that's so funny.
Cynthia had seen it, so we had her like describe the whole plot to us, and it sounded like decent. Like it didn't. I'm just not a big like doll, like scary movie kind of gal.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just so like comedically bad. So that's my answer.
So funny. That's
and
a great answer.
Remember it was like us, and then there were like two other people in the theater. So like we would be like laughing so hard, and these people would be like, we're like, they're not seriously trying to enjoy it.
Like, they're like,
it was also in French. I
think.
Like, to be American.
I think I don't remember if it was like dubbed English or if it was just French. I don't remember. Either way, it was a bad movie.
Wow.
Mine is.
I forgot about that one. That's a good one.
Funny. I'm trying to remember. I don't think there was like any movie that made me like super like angry or like just thought it was bad. So my roommate Leanne and I, like literally New Year's Eve, like we weren't going to a party. So the next big thing is we watched the movie, and Leanne really wanted to see this movie, and it's an HBO Max exclusive. It's called Let Them All Talk. I don't know if y'all heard of it.
Oh,
Meryl
I think
Streep
I've
is in
heard
it.
of that. Yeah.
By no means a bad movie, but it was just boring because it's the whole catch to it.
The
It's
one
a really
with, like, Lucas Hedges.
yeah. It's like the acting's really good, but I think like it's like interesting when I tell you where it's like, oh, basically the actors all improvise the movie. Like basically the actors like, okay, like the director. It's directed by Steven Soderbergh.
Oh. Yeah.
And he did. I don't know what movies has.
I gotta look this movie up. What's going on?
I always like hear his name, but I can never tell.
Yeah, he's done a ton of stuff.
He did Ocean's 11, Contagion, Logan Lucky,
Contagion, yeah.
Aaron Brockovich, Magic Mike. He did Unsane, the movie, like filmed on a phone.
Yes.
He's done a lot of movies. He's done.
Yeah,
like,
he's like big.
Is, like, he's a big director, but this movie's basically he's like the actors are able to improvise a lot, and like you kind of forget that while watching it, and like it's done like I said, acting's really well, but it kind of was just like them talking a lot because that's like the whole point of it. It's called the movie.
Let Them All Talk.
Literally called Let Them All Talk, and it was just one of those things like, you know, I've been more into like fun movies, and it was just kind of like, and like. I don't know if y'all want a spoiler, but I don't know if y'all are going to see this movie, but it's kind of like nothing happens. And then like Meryl Streep character just dies. She just dies. We're like,
Meryl.
Literally, she's a writer in the movie. And like, you know, it's like the movie's about like her writing her manuscript and they're on a cruise ship or something.
Okay.
And,
no.
And Lucas Hedges plays like his nephew. But her nephew, and basically it's like their same days repeating every day, and they're on a cruise ship, and then they get to England or something, and she's in her house writing, and then like there's a weird like montage sequence, and then the next morning, like Lucas Hedges walks in, and the guy's like, "Sorry, but your aunt died," and I was like,
"Okay,"
and that was intense, and it was like it's like I said, not by means like a horrible movie or a bad movie, it's just like. Something I'm not going to be like recommending other people to go see it, and it's like if you're don't get HBO Max just to see that movie, I guess you can live.
Fair.
Like watch Ocean's 11. I haven't seen Ocean's 11, but it's probably better than that.
Watch Aaron Brockovich. That's a good movie.
Yeah, Aaron Brockovich. Yeah,
I've wanted to see that.
So it's like I guess it's like when comparing these other movies, it was like very like
not his best.
Not his best one, but it's an interesting concept where he's going. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my answer. So
good round.
Good answer.
Good round.
Good round.
You know, preparing for our criticism class.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh god. Okay, my second question was, what is your favorite TV show that you watched this year? So it didn't have to come out this year, but like something that you watched, TV show that you really liked.
Mm-hmm. I had three answers for this.
That like I haven't talked about on here.
Yeah, you were binging a ton of shows for a while.
I keep like a list on IMDb of everything that I watched like in the year. I've been doing it.
That's a good idea.
Since
I do that on my notes app.
And I watched 114 things this year. Let me see how many TV shows. I watched 23 TV shows this year.
That's a lot.
So
wow.
A lot of them are just like one season, but like or like limited series. But I still take it as a win. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see. Let me go through my list. Because I've talked about a lot of TV shows.
Yeah.
So I
think I know mine. I know the two ones if you want me to go first, or Isabella, if you have.
Oh, I picked one. Okay.
Okay, go.
We definitely have talked about this before, but I think I watch a lot of really good TV shows this year that really like have inspired me. But I think the one that has inspired me the most is probably Gorls. And like,
yeah,
I went through that like it was nothing.
Oh my gosh.
And
that show, man.
Oh, I don't know. It just inspired me so much. Just the storytelling and the characters, and like, I just love when TV feels like effortless sort of, and it feels very real and like authentic, and Girls is just that. So like I really liked it for that reason, and the acting is all super good, and like the music is good. It's just like, it's just great. It was just a good time, and like it had a lot of highs and lows, like comedic moments, but also really sad moments. And so like I got to experience a lot of different emotions, and I got to reflect on myself, like watching it, and like, yeah. So I think that's my answer.
Good answer.
That's such a good answer. I love Girls. I'm so happy that you like watched it, because like it reminded me of how good that show was.
I know. I'm
like,
so happy that you'd seen it, so I could like talk to someone about it, because I was like freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, this
oh my
is
gosh.
so
No.
good.
I watched it, and I watched it so fast too, because like
It's so easy to watch.
like 6 seasons, and I watched like over the summer, and I was like, oh my god, this show is so good. So it was very fun getting to relive that experience as you were watching it.
Mm-hmm.
But Girls, would recommend everyone go watch it.
It's like one of those shows, like I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys feel this, but like with movies or shows that you're kind of jealous of your past self that they like got to watch it for the first time, you know, like that feeling.
Yes.
Like I'm jealous
Literally
of Past Hunter. So I'm like, oh.
I always like wish I would have like taken advantage of getting to watch a show for the first time, even when it was like bad in a sense. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, you should have just like enjoyed like what was going on for the first time, instead of like rewatching the same episode and being like picking up on something new each time. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I get that though.
Yeah. Who's next?
Ooh, girl, that's a tough act to follow. Do you have one, Angelique?
I have one. Yeah, I have one, but like some few side shout outs was like, I talked about Killing Eve already on our show. I saw Killing Eve this year, and I really liked it. Just finished season 3. I enjoyed season 3. Of course, I could talk about like a full page, like 8-page paper about like comparing each season, because each season's written by a different writer. So it was just interesting to see each season fold out differently, and there's a different vibe each season, which is interesting. Season 1 I recommend the most. Normal People came out, wrote a paper on it. We love Normal People. And then I also watched Fleabag this year. Loved Fleabag, and we talked about Fleabag. So yeah, but I think the show that really impacted me was probably The Queen's Gambit. Like, it's a really popular series.
Yes, I just watched that with my family over break.
So I watched it. I just finished it the second time. I finished it the second time.
Really good. Oh, you rewatched it already?
Because I made my mom watch it, and like I watched it with her, and it's just like it's hard to explain. Like, I wouldn't call it perfect, but it's pretty close to perfect.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest, it's like I know some people are like, oh, it's like, I don't, it's one of those things, like, sometimes you're like, oh, it's like so popular, I'm not gonna watch it, but like,
yeah,
it's really worth watching, especially because like I think kind of like you always hear these stories of like, oh, the writer brought it to so many studios and like no one would pick it up because they thought chess wasn't interesting, and then like Netflix picked it up, and now it's like one of the most viewed shows like this year and stuff. But I think like
I heard about that.
Everything's like the writing, the acting, the costumes, the production design, the music, the sound editing, everything's so good about it.
So,
and like I teared up at the end. Like I like watched it again and I teared up again. It's so good. Like, because I told my mom, like, one thing I mentioned to my mom is like, I really like how they show chess in the show, because like I don't play chess. I don't know if you two play chess, but I'm pretty sure you don't play chess.
I used to.
Oh, Hunter used to play chess.
In second grade, I was like the girl. I was kind of like her. Like, I wasn't good, but I was like the girl on like in the chess club. Like, it's whatever. My mom, like when we were watching it, she was like Harmon. Hunter, you could have been her. You were so good. And I was like, was I? Like, or are you just saying that because you're my mom? Because I'm sure I wasn't.
Funny. No, yeah, but like I was telling my mom, like, I love how they show chess because it's always different. Because like sometimes they'll just like only portray it through music, and like you can tell like the vibe of what's going on through the music. Sometimes it'll be a fun montage of like her going through a tournament, or like sometimes it'll be through narration talking about what's going on and stuff. And I really like how it's done. Like It's just and Anna Taylor-Joy, super good. Like, and it's the same guy who wrote Logan, the Wolverine movie. So
I didn't know
no,
that.
yeah, it's like super fun. Like 7 episodes, easy to watch. Also, what's his face? The kid Dudley, is that his name? Dudley from Harry Potter.
Yes!
He's in
I
it.
heard about that.
I did not know it was
didn't
him
know.
until the second time I watched it.
I didn't know, and then I didn't know he was in it, and I was watching it, and I was like, that guy looks so familiar, and it was like driving me crazy. And then I was like, holy shit, I was like, that's Dudley. And then
That's so
because my
funny.
dad loves Harry Potter too, and he was like, no way. And then my mom has never seen Harry Potter. She's like, what?
She's like, who?
He had,
Also,
like, a
it's
mama.
like,
I was like,
yeah. I'm like, he's pretty cute.
I know, I was like, why
He was in,
do I like him now?
Devil All the Time. Remember that movie with like
Oh yeah.
Robert Pattinson, Tom Holland?
Oh yeah.
He was in that, and I was like,
Squad.
wait, is that Dudley? And then because he looks like how he does in Queen's Gambit, basically, like he lost a lot of weight.
He's like skinny boy now.
That is not Dudley. What is going on? I love how he's making like a little bit of a comeback kind of
He's
thing.
making a career out of himself.
Good for him.
Go off.
Yeah, and like it's really good that like I don't really see, because people are like, I'll always see him as Dudley from Harry Potter, and I'm like, to be honest, I didn't even like recognize him.
I barely.
He's an actor. Like he's not like he wasn't like Daniel Radcliffe, who like he didn't have a huge role in the show, so it's like I think it's really cool that he's able to do more of that stuff. Also, what's his face? The guy from Newt from The Maze Runner is in it too.
I also heard he's in that too.
I know, I felt like so dumb because I love Game of Thrones, and I kept saying Newt from The Maze Runner, but he's in Game of Thrones too. But yeah, that's my side. That's my TV of 2020 that I've seen. So I don't know how to speak. That was not English. Isabella, your turn.
I really need to watch the Queen's Gambit now. Oh no, I didn't go.
Okay.
So, I feel like you're gonna love the Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
I know. I need to watch it. I'm slacking a little bit. It's fine, but so okay. I won't say The Crown because I watched that show for the first time like a few years ago. So that doesn't count. But I will give a shout out to season 4 because season 4 of The Crown was so good. Sorry, my email just showed up and like it's being weird.
I need to mention one more show. I watched Dawson's Creek this year.
Oh my god! Of course, iconic.
That was this year. Holy y'all!
Yeah, I watched it all this
crazy.
Year. I watched it all in 2020.
That's like my favorite show of all time. So
I just wanted to mention that too. Shout out!
You gotta mention it.
You did watch that? Oh my gosh!
Memories.
Damn show. It's so good. It's so good. I can't believe that you watched that this year. That's crazy. And Hunter, you're watching it too now?
Yeah.
When you finish it, that'll be so fun.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Side note.
Okay, sorry, Isabella's.
No, I mean, hey, it was Dawson, so I was like, it's fine. I can talk about that show. Oh yeah. So shout out to The Crown season 4. But I will say the best show I watched this year was Shameless. Because, well, it also took me a really long time to watch it because it has like 10 seasons. And the 11th season is premiering now. Like, it just came out like a few weeks ago. But that was just like a really great like quarantine binge for me too because there's so many seasons. It just follows like this super dysfunctional family. The first like 4 seasons are like so good. The acting is just really well done, and like to juggle a lot of characters like that is like really difficult to do, but the show always managed to keep it like pretty engaging for a long time, and so I always think that that's really cool when it's well done. And I never thought that I would watch that show because I'd watched the pilot and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good, like we'll see if I like watch it again. And then my sister and I decided to watch it because we needed a new show to watch after we watched The Vampire Diaries, because we were just talking about that earlier. And then we watched Shameless, and it was very fun. Like, it was such a blur at some points because there's so many seasons, but I will say that
10 seasons.
It's a big boy.
It's like a lot.
Boy.
The only thing I do wish, in a sense, that we would have spaced it out a little bit more just so I could appreciate each season for what it was, instead of just going through it so fast. That's like me with most TV shows that I binge. But yeah, I really like that show. It's fun. It's on Netflix if you want to watch. Shameless.
I know. I'm interested.
Me too.
Yeah, you should maybe check out the pilot, see if you like it's very chaotic in the beginning, see if you like that style.
I remember like my old friend, she was really into it, and I remember whenever I came over to her house, I would watch like a random episode sometimes. I remember one episode he got like the dad was in Mexico or something. I don't know.
Yes.
I used to remember that.
He holds the show together. Like, you hate him because he's so terrible, but at the same time, like, the show wouldn't exist without him. Like, he's been the glue all along, so.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember
that episode, actually.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I remember from the show.
Across the border, I think, too, or something.
That's funny.
Love that.
But, yeah, thank you for your question.
Yeah.
Hunter. Okay.
Love talking about TV shows.
My next question. Any New Year's resolution for 2021?
Oh my gosh. My AirPod keeps falling out. That is so annoying. If you have the new AirPods, I need to know, do your AirPods fall out? Because mine will just fall out randomly.
Comment below.
Oh my god.
Yeah, comment below. Sorry, back to the computer.
That's funny. My New Year's resolution is probably be more eco-friendly, cautious of like what I'm doing.
Okay, that's a really good one.
It is a good one.
It's because like I've always been like an advocate for like climate change and stuff, or like fighting against it. So I want to be more cautious, like more aware of what I'm throwing away and stuff, and like stuff I'm recycling. And yeah,
that's a good one.
Very short, very sweet. We grow our own mint and like rosemary too.
That's awesome.
Cute.
Yeah. And basil. We've been growing basil. So
I've always wanted to do that. Have like a little
very easy. Yeah, so we have a mini garden. So yeah, that's like my thing. Like very short, very sweet.
I like it.
That is a good one. Need the clap reaction.
Yeah, oh my god.
Clapping.
Wow.
For me, I feel like since I finally got a place to live down in Orange, it's very exciting. I'm coming back.
He's coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming back.
Serious. So since like I'll finally just kind of like be on my own again and be like a normal college student again, I just want to like make the most of like the year, because like 2020 was like crazy, but it went by like really fast, and like we only have like a few more years until we graduate, and just like making the most, and just like, you know, keeping in contact with friends and making new friends, and just like enjoying the simple pleasures in life, and just like making the most. And eco-friendly, I'm gonna try to be eco-friendly too. That's such a good
like, I'm hopping on.
I'm not gonna hop on that train too.
That's a good one.
Me. Kidding.
Like everyone needs to have that resolution. Like, take care of yourself and the environment. The symbiotic relationship.
We love a symbiotic relationship.
I know.
It's true though. It's true.
Very.
Those are good. I've been like trying to think of resolutions for a little bit, but like since I drove home yesterday, I kind of haven't taken the time to actually sit down and think about it. I mean, I did have a drive, but I don't like thinking too hard when I'm driving.
Facts.
Let me, I guess just like something I've been working on is putting myself out there more, and like kind of not like standing up for what I want, but like going after what I want, sort of. So like, because I think I second guess myself a lot. Like I'm very in my head about everything. So I think just kind of being more open to new possibilities, whether it's like friendships or like jobs or projects or whatever, just kind of like not like sitting and waiting for things to happen to me, but like actively pursuing them, which like is a lot easier said than done because I don't like putting myself out there, but I feel like it's very important. And especially in like the film industry, I feel like it's very like you got to be all about yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that's that's one of my resolutions. Yeah.
That's a great one.
Thank you.
Yay.
It's gonna be tough, but
Yes.
we will see.
Yeah.
Can't lose anything.
No, I get that.
So. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yay for resolutions.
I love a resolution.
Mm-hmm.
I think that people kind of like shit on resolutions sometimes, and like I get it when it's more like very specific goal, because I don't like doing specific goals. I kind of like doing broad. Like I'm not gonna be like, well, I wanna, I don't know, like
lose 20
I mean, I don't want to lose weight, but like, for example, like I want to lose 15 pounds. It's like, well, what happens when you do it? And then it's like, oh, I don't know. I kind of like the more broad ones, like
yeah, I get that.
kind of just working on like your overall life and like attitude.
Definitely.
Cute.
For sure.
Words of wisdom from Hunter Friedman.
Thank you. Okay.
So next
All right.
question is
Isabella.
Oh, it's my question. All right. Hold on. I forgot the order that I did. Oh, so I always circle back to like movies. I feel like they seem so
It's good.
insignificant to all the good stuff we just talked about. But your favorite new movie that you watched that didn't come out in 2020?
Ooh, so like new to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
There's a lot of movies we watched.
I know. Okay, I think I
Can I
have.
say mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, say yours.
Okay. So my favorite movie that was new to me was About Time.
I watched that one too.
Yeah, and like I've seen it twice this year, and like it didn't hit me how great it was until the second time that I watched it. The first time, actually, I think Leanne showed me it for the first time because I watched it when I was in London, and we like watched it on.
She probably did, because I remember when I watched it, I was crying really hard, and I went into her room, and yeah, I think
she's like, I understand.
She's like, I understand, girl.
Exactly.
Really cute.
So I watched it there, and then I watched it in the fall because I had to watch it for my internship. And like I was just like on my bed watching it, and I was like crying because like it's just like it's like a rom-com, but it also is just about like your family and like what it means to like your life's purpose in a sense, and just like I don't know, just like it has like a really sweet message, and like it's British. Everything is better.
Yeah, already.
If it's British.
Already a step above.
And just like it was just like really well, it was made by the same person who did Love Actually, so like that's kind of like the same vibes that you get. And it's just like really sweet, and the more I like thought about it, I was like, wow, I really like that movie actually. Like it's so good.
Oh, I still need to watch it.
You should watch it. It's really good.
I've gotten like since you've recommended it, other people have been recommending it to me. So I'm like, okay, like I have to.
Yeah,
really have to.
You'll love it. You will.
Yeah, it sounds
really,
like
it's really cute. It's really cute. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good one.
Thank you.
I think I have my answer, maybe.
Ooh, what is it? Maybe, yes?
Wait, I had it. Okay, yeah, I have it now. I had like 3, two in mind. I've already seen this, but like I rewatched Twilight this 2020.
Oh my gosh.
Love Twilight. It's so good.
Classic.
Like, so good. But I think like another one that I watched that I really impacted me was probably Faces Places, the Agnes Varda movie.
Yes.
Like
that
one
just
so like
cute.
It's just like one of those movies. It's like documentary. Would it be considered a documentary? Yes.
Yeah,
no,
I think so.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just about like Agnes Varda and like her going around Paris, another photographer, and like taking pictures of people. I remember I watched it, and I just like, especially because like after watching it like after Agnes Varda's death, and like just like her philosophy on life and like her outlook on life was just so beautiful, and like it's really hit different. I guess like I cry not out of like sadness, but I cry just because like I'm like, damn, life is so pretty, and like maybe just appreciate everything around me, and like makes me want to go back to like France and stuff, and just appreciate everyone you meet, and like stuff like that. So, and we watched it for a class too, so thank you Carmen.
Thanks,
Shout out
Carmen.
to Emily Carmen.
Shout out to Emily Carmen. Yeah, it was really cute and very pure. Pretty much like the definition of like wholesome movie.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was such a cute movie.
Oh my gosh. Very like unexpected surprise too. Like
Yeah.
hidden gem. Like it was really good.
Hidden gem for sure. Oh,
yeah.
Cute.
I think it won Best Documentary at the Oscars. I think. I remember it was nominated.
Really?
It should have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We stand Agnes on this channel.
Definitely.
Oh, may she rest in peace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Queen.
Yeah, Hunter, what was your favorite movie that didn't come out in 2020?
I think this will maybe be a giveaway, but the movies collective that impacted me the most that I watched this year.
Oh, I know.
Certainly the Before trilogy.
Yep.
I had like a metamorphosis when I watched those movies.
I hate the first thing I thought was Twilight, and I'm like, wait, she hasn't seen Twilight. That was a 2021 movie.
Yeah,
series
2021 resolution, watch Twilight.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even know, like, I'd been wanting to watch the Before trilogy for a while because I've always heard how great they are, and then something just possessed me over the summer to just watch, like, put the first one on TV, and I was just watching it alone, like, in my living room. Not in a sad way, that sounds sad, but like I was just like chilling. And I don't know, it just like I'm just such like a sucker for romance, and I just I don't know, I love just like first love, and like I don't even know how to explain it, but it just like I don't know, it makes me happy, it makes me cry, like all that stuff. And I was like, this is so, because it's so simple, but it's so beautiful. And I was like, how, like, and it's also nostalgic for like being abroad, obviously, and all that. So like all that combined, I was like, damn, this is good. And then I watched the second one in the same night that I watched the first one, because I was like, I need to keep going. And then I will say the second one is my favorite out of all three of them. And I don't know, that one just like hit different. I don't want to spoil, but like it hits different. And the third one is really good too. And I think the third one is cool because it's obviously a lot more recent. I think it came out in 2013. So it's very like, it's a little more not relatable because you know, they're older and everything, but it's more like it resonates more with me because I can understand like the time period. I don't know, because like I wasn't alive in the early 90s, so it was kind of hard to whatever. But I don't know, it just like I love slice of life, and I love romance, and I love first love stories, and just like the simplicity of human relationships, and just like I don't know, it has all of that, and I have not stopped thinking about them since I watched them in like July. Oh, just so good. So yeah, that's fine. I could go on.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Richard Linklater, like he's one of my favorite directors. Like I just think that it's like the realism, like the simplicity of like the movies, but yet they're so intricate and like so beautiful.
Yeah, like on the surface level, it's so simple, but then because like I've rewatched the first one at least one more time, I think. And it's not one of those movies where like you see other things that you didn't see, but it's like you have a deeper like knowledge of the story and like a deeper appreciation, sort of.
Yeah.
Takes my breath away.
Yeah, Isabella and I need to see the other two movies. I've only seen.
Oh my god!
I
Yeah.
know. I need to so bad.
We should watch at least the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That one's my favorite. It is so good. It's also like, it was weird. They're on the shorter side, but it felt so short when I was watching them. I think they're structured where it's sort of like it's them talking the whole time, but not in like a boring way. So I think that's why it goes by kind of quick, because it's like you're always kind of in their conversation. So good.
Yeah.
I can't believe, like, I needed to know what happened when I finished the first one. So I, like, watched the second one. I was like, I don't know how you guys have the self-restraint.
I didn't know.
wonder what it would be like if
Yeah.
only the first one had been out. Like, if they never made, like, sequels. It'd be
Well, like,
very different.
That would be so
with
different.
me, I think I only knew I thought there was only one. And then I didn't know. Yeah. Because I was like, I was dating someone, he showed me the movie. And I was like, oh, there's only one. And he only, like, praised the first one. He didn't talk about the other one.
Red flag.
So I was like, so I was thinking, like, oh, there's only one movie. But then I remember thinking, like, I remember looking it up. I'm like, wait, they're the same actors. And it's kind of similar title. Like,
like,
is there more? Wait, yeah. So now I know there's 3 movies, trilogy.
It's on HBO Max. We could do a watch party.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, I'm down.
Ooh, whoa, yeah. Yes. So,
okay.
All right. Done.
What's the next question?
Your question.
Oh, it's me again?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I think we're on the last round of questions.
Last round of questions.
Okay.
I have your question up if you need it.
My best movie of the year, in your opinion, and I kind of just meant, like, what you've watched, so maybe let me think of a different one on the fly.
Okay.
I'll think of a random question.
I thought you meant, like, 2020.
Yeah, I had an answer for 2020.
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah.
Best movie of 2020, in your opinion. You guys can go, because I don't know my answer.
Oh, gosh.
I can go.
I really haven't seen that many, to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't seen that many either.
I have, like, 1 or 2. I guess one that I really liked for the fun of it was Birds of Prey, like the Harley Quinn movie. The only DC movie that's actually, like, pretty good, in my opinion. I think it's fun. Women, like, being powerful, produced by Margot Robbie, and, like, so fun. I watched it I was in Europe, so it's legal. I watched it after drinking a glass of wine. So it's.
Oh, I was like, what?
So I'm 19. I can't drink here, but I was able to drink in Europe, and I took the bus there. So I had a glass of wine in me, so double the fun and super cool, kind of violent, but still fun. And also I really liked Palm Springs. That was really fun.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, I did see that.
Because with me, like, I'm not a romantic movie person. I think I started getting back into romantic movies, like, this past few months, because I used to be like, love doesn't exist. But now I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it exists. Like, no,
I guess.
Palm Springs is really fun. I think it was like, and also I'm not a really big, like, romantic comedy person either. So I was like, oh, it was a really fun movie. It's like super interesting plot, funny, well written.
Yeah.
That's my short review. Yeah, go watch it on Hulu.
That's definitely up there for me, I think.
Hulu original, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's up there for me in the list of, like, the small amount of movies that I did see that came out this year. That's pretty up there. But I think I'm deciding between 2. Let me look at my list. I saw Onward when I was in France.
Oh.
And, like, y'all know I'm not usually,
did that
like,
come out this year?
Girl. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. I remember I was in Paris when it came out.
Yeah, when we were abroad. And I'm usually not an animation girl, but I loved it. Like, I was fully crying. I
cried really hard too.
I cried too.
Yeah, I just thought it was so good, and I love when animation just goes beyond, like, what people stereotype or, like, think that it's going to be, because I feel like a lot of people think that when they think of animation, it's just like, oh, like Disney princesses or whatever, you know, like, a lot of people think that animation can't be serious or, like, tackle serious subjects. But this movie did it so well. And, like, it was fun, but it also had a good message. And I don't know, I had a good time. What was the other one I was picking between? I lost it.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Soul. Soul was actually really good.
I need to watch that. Yeah.
It was really cute. I really liked it. But I think,
where is it on? Is it on Disney?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Dope. Yeah, I want to watch that. Oh my god, what is the other one I was gonna pick? Guys, I lost it. So Onward is that's my
if it's
favorite of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's yours,
It's
Isabella?
My favorite of the
Sabina.
year. I feel like I'm gonna. I feel like I'm gonna say this movie, and then I'm gonna remember later on a movie that actually was the best. But I really liked it, and I have a soft spot because it's the last movie that I saw in theaters. But I saw Emma,
Oh, I was gonna guess you were gonna say that.
also with
So I want to see
Anya
it.
Taylor-Joy, who's in
Yeah.
The Queen's Gambit, and love a good period piece. I wasn't familiar with the source material. I hadn't read the book or anything, but it was very aesthetic, very pretty to look at.
I still need to see it.
But I thought they did a really good job with like I don't know. I just feel like the books get kind of complicated sometimes. There's a lot of characters, but I was pleasantly surprised. It was really fun and really good. Yeah, the costumes. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god,
love them. Like it's that new, like they did that with that show like Bridgerton, where the costumes are kind of like postmodernist in a sense. So it's like they belong to the period, but they're like reinvented. I felt like
I love
that was like the aesthetic of like the whole film, which I thought was really cool.
That's so cool. I know, like the stills that I've seen of it are so pretty. I need to watch it. I don't know why.
Me too. I saw my watch list on HBO Max, so
yeah. I think I like watched it when it was still like you had to like buy it too, and like my mom and I like watched it again for like the second time. They just put it on HBO Max. I was like, of course.
I might watch it. Might watch it tonight then.
Wait, hikey.
Yes, do it.
Thinking about that.
You should.
So with that, shall we go to the next question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is most anticipated movie or like new TV show 2021. I have one. I was looking at them right now because you just look up. There's a whole bunch of movies that got delayed. So
I literally don't pay attention.
I want to say I'm most anticipated for is either the Suicide Squad because as we established by now, I love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's my favorite like villainess, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited because like the reinvent. So kind of like because the Suicide Squad was really bad, so they're like redoing it. They call it. And then I'm also really excited for West Side Story, the remake of it.
Oh,
yeah.
I love forgetting that exists.
No, like just look at like all the movies coming out in 2021, and there's a whole bunch that like got delayed, of course, that were supposed to come out this year.
Okay, I'm looking now.
So yeah, so I want to say that those are two I'm probably excited for because I love West Side Story so much. So yeah, that's my answer.
That's good. I think because I need to be better at remembering like what's coming out and whatever. But looking at this list, I'm probably most excited for In the Heights. I think.
Yes, I wanted to see
the
that
trailer made me cry.
Gosh, yeah.
So I'm like, I'm ready. I haven't ever listened to the musical like fully.
Really good.
But the songs that I have heard are really good. So I definitely need to like do my research before it comes out.
They have like a recorded version. Good. They have a recorded version of a show from like not like the main Broadway cast, but it's like, you know, a local theater or like a theater did it, and it was really good. I really liked it on YouTube. So
I might watch it.
Lin-Manuel Miranda did that too, right?
Yeah, that was his first show. Like he starred in it, I think.
Yeah, and like I think Anthony Ramos is like the lead in the movie, and I really like him.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
And then what's her name from Brooklyn Nine-Nine is in it, I think. I'm blanking.
Which
Rosa? Rosa.
She's in it too?
I think so. Wow. If I'm remembering.
They have like a kind of big cast.
Oh, yeah. And like there's a girl from Orange is the New Black. It's like a lot of people that I really like in it. And like again, when the trailer came out, I cried even though
I got chills.
I don't know the story or anything. Yeah, I got chilled. Like I don't know, something about it. I love a movie.
Love it. It's kind of the definition of like a musical that was supposed to come out during the holiday season and it didn't. So
I know, sad.
Yeah, kind of like so I'm excited. Oh.
Instead, we were stuck with cats.
Yeah,
literally.
But,
yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm most excited for, I think.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Like, okay, TV show. I'm really excited about all of the new like Marvel shows that are coming to Disney Plus,
Oh yeah.
and specifically
yeah.
WandaVision, which comes out
Yeah.
Oh,
like in 2 weeks, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Like,
that looks really cool.
I'm really excited about that. I like Scarlet Witch a lot. So I'm really excited about that show. And like I think like a lot of I don't know like the exact dates. There's so many shows coming out, but I think a lot of them are coming out like 2021. So I'm really excited about all of them. And then to go along with like movies for Marvel, I really want to see Black Widow.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, finally.
Florence Pugh is in it, right? Florence?
Yes, she is.
Oh, she
I'm really
is?
excited to see-
Wait.
And Rachel Weisz is also in it too, I think.
Okay, I just thought of another movie that I'm excited about.
Oh,
I'm
Olivia
excited for
Wilde's
the French
movie?
Dispatch, and I'm also excited about Don't Worry, Darling.
Is that coming out
Wait, is
this
that what
year?
it's called?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Is that this year or is it 2022?
Let me see. Yeah,
Yeah.
Justice fans are hoping for a 2021 release date.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
We will keep that on tabs. Oh, The French Dispatch.
Yeah.
Yes, the new Wes
When is that
Anderson
coming out?
movie.
It was supposed to come out in 2020.
It's supposed to come out
Yeah.
last year, yeah.
But
But they delayed it, so
alas.
maybe summer or
It's
fall.
allegedly coming out on January 28th in Slovakia.
Oh, Slovakia,
Guys.
lucky.
Let's go to Slovakia, guys.
Yeah, yeah, we go. Okay, Isabella, last question.
Last question. I was really excited about this one because I have a really
Oh, what is it?
answer.
Oh, yes. Okay, so my last question is,
Ooh.
this year, did you re-watch anything that you had already seen? If so, what? And did it hold up the same the second time that you watched it?
Ooh, that's a good question. That is a
Yes.
good question.
Very good question.
Does it have to be
Thank
over
you.
quarantine, or can it be like from earlier this year?
It can be
But I
whatever.
have an
Why not?
answer from like January.
I guess it's all about 2020, so that counts.
I'll think of one for quarantine too. I'm
Okay.
looking through my list.
I feel like all I've done the past few months is rewatched things. So
Yeah, for real.
I feel like I've seen this a lot, and like I know I've talked about it, but like going back to like your middle school phase, or just like going back to like things that you've already seen before, and like giving you that like sense of comfort, which I think is very relatable because I have over the summer I rewatched almost all of New Girl again for like the third time.
Yes.
Still holds up. And then on New Year's, I rewatched it again because that's my best friend and I's favorite show. And like, I feel like if you don't watch it after a while, it's almost like it's funnier because you forget some of the jokes, and then you're like, wait, that's so funny. And it's like funnier the next time that you watch it because you forget about it. So definitely New Girl is one of them, and it still holds up the second, third, fourth time, whenever you watch it. And then I've also been rewatching a lot of Dawson's Creek too, because with you guys watching it, and Simon's been watching it, and my cousin's been watching it, so it's like I get into these moods where I'm like, I kind of just like want to watch a few episodes of Dawson's and just like feel cozy and like pretend that I'm on the dock and just feel really good. It's the ultimate cozy show, and like it makes me so happy. So I've been rewatching that like pretty recently, and it still holds up. I think for me at least, I start to pay attention to more of like storylines involving like different characters. I don't know. So it's like I feel like because you're on season 4, so you know, like Pacey and Joey, for example, like they're the focus of like so much of like season 3 and 4. But like if I'm rewatching them, like I'll focus on like what Jen was doing or like what Jack was doing. And I'm like, oh, like that's so cute. Like I still love Pacey and Joey, don't get me wrong, they're like my favorites ever. But it's nice to see like what everyone else was doing too. I don't know, you just like pick up on like different storylines and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But obviously holds up just
great answer.
Great
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that was pretty like expected. But
No, that's
I was
good.
gonna say I'm gonna go to my kitchen because I'm hungry. So let's do a tour of my kitchen. We can
Kitchen
still keep
tour.
going though. Kitchen tour. I'm gonna make ramen, so because I'm really hungry. Gotta
Yeah,
put
I
meat.
know. I haven't had dinner
Priority.
yet.
Look at this is the
Ooh,
curd.
Oh my god,
very
cute.
aesthetic.
That's our lettuce. Look how tall it's got it.
Look at you
Okay.
guys.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, okay,
Yeah.
now I'm looking back at my list and I think the one that I thought I rewatched, I think I actually watched it for the first time. So I think that was a
Wait,
lot.
what was it?
You know the movie One Day with like Anne
With Anne
Hathaway?
Hathaway?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
I thought I'd watched
Yeah.
it. Maybe I did. Maybe I like I think I started watching it, but I never finished it. So I'm gonna count it. I've also read the books.
All right.
That's what I was thinking.
There.
But
Did you like it? I didn't know how to feel about it when I
the
watched
book or the
it.
movie?
Like, well, I guess both. Like, do you think one is better than the
Yeah.
other?
I like the movie better than the book. Hot take.
Interesting.
I also haven't read it in like a really, really long time. So I feel like if I read it again, I would probably like it more because I was pretty young when I read it. So I probably didn't like get it, honestly. But I really like the movie. I mean, it's not like one of my like most favorite movies of all time. But again, I'm just, like a sucker, you know, for like a first love and like so honestly, if anything has like a first love, like I'll be into it. Like even if it's really like shitty, like even if the movie's like pretty bad, like I'll probably be at least 50% interested in it. So like I just remember I don't know what possessed me to do this, but it was in January. I just started watching it on like Netflix or wherever it is. And it was like going great. I think I was alone in my apartment. So I was just like hanging out. And then what was it? I think CJ was like filming for something. She was filming a project and then she texted me to see if I could be in it. And I was like, "Oh yeah." And I didn't think she meant like right that moment. So then she came down to my apartment and it was right when I finished watching the movie. So I was like crying. It's like bad ending. Like just so upsetting. And I was
it was kind of like weird. I don't know.
It's a very weird. Have you seen it?
It's very unexpected.
Present with my fake mom, I haven't seen it because I made up a story growing up that Anne Hathaway was my mom.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So depend because don't you see the resemblance?
Oh yeah. I mean,
like,
exactly the same.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Put a picture of Anne Hathaway right next to me.
Yeah. But yeah, I was in like full tears, like puffy face, like red everything, and she like knocks on my door with the thing already rolling, and I was like,
That's so funny.
But yeah, that's mine. It just like hit me somewhere. Also, January was like a weird month for me.
Yeah.
For several reasons in the relationship department. So I was like, So yeah, that was mine.
Okay. Then it's my turn then, right? Yeah. My turn?
Yeah.
So, everyone's beginning back into their middle school phases. My middle school phase is anime. Like, I would consume anime by the series, like binge watch all of this whole series in a day because a lot of them are only 12 episodes. But there's one I finished it actually like yesterday, like the first season at least. And I watched like a long time ago when it first not when it first came up, but when like I was getting into anime. There's this anime. I'm gonna sound really dumb saying it, but it's called Do Ra Ra Ra, and it's about like I sound really stupid saying it, but like it's one of those so with anime, it's usually always like you have the extreme fantasy of like, oh, like you have like, you know, Attack on Titan, like all these Titan things and like da 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 da, and then you have like Naruto with like, you know, ninjas and stuff, and then you have the other opposite that it's like, oh, you have like schoolgirls, people living their everyday life, but then you have Durarara, which is like the middle, where it takes place in a real city. However, you have like a headless horseman woman who's a motorcycle rider, and then you have like a demon thing, but there's still people in this world, in this anime universe, that are like real people, like part of gangs, and like people who have like normal, like kind of normal lives, but like next to like supernatural people. So it's just really interesting. And because I was since we've been in film theory, I would tell people like, oh, I would love to write an essay about about realism, because like it keeps itself grounded while also being like super extraordinary, of like I said, headless horsewoman just like randomly around town, and she's like a normal people, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's the headless rider. What up, girl? And she's like, what up, man? And like she doesn't talk because she doesn't have a head, so she has like a little like she talks on her phone. She's like, and then you have like a guy who has really superhuman strength, but he's a regular human. He's like, I don't know why I have this, but here we are. And it's really interesting. I think it's like because it talks about fantasy and reality, because you know they're like, yeah, this is reality, but like, you know, it's an anime, so it's like, how can it be freaking reality? But yeah, it just talks about that. So it's nice having like an anime where it's like you have real people, like real ordinary humans like us, and then you have like next to like super weird like people doing their like every like different like it's like the headless woman's like, you know, sorry, I'm cooking as you see. Just yeah, it was really fun. It's on Netflix. They made a season 2. I haven't seen season 2 yet, but that's on Hulu. And yeah, but yeah, I love it. I would recommend that. But like it's very because also like when I used to watch anime, like I just told you, I would consume it by the series, and now like I want to like consume it and really think about it, because I was never used to that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I really liked it, and like I've now been really more into anime. Like I watched Orange High School Host Club too, and I love that anime so much, and then I rewatched it again this year. So fun. I think anime is very well written, and I think like if people are like super into like storytelling, you should watch like some anime, because they have very unique storytelling methods that like people don't really, they like disregard because of the animation, or like
yeah
totally.
Yeah, that's my answer.
That sounds cool.
That was totally
like that you got, since you're like standing, you're very like,
yeah, welcome to my TED Talk. We're making ramen today. But yeah, I guess that concludes everything.
That was a good question. I like that one.
Thank you. Oh, I didn't ask that question.
You're like, yeah, thank
you.
Thank you. But yeah, that concludes. But I hope y'all as in like the audience really like us doing more stuff like this. Sorry, like over here.
She's in action. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's kind of like very boiling.
Very boiling.
So yeah, but thank you so much for watching.
Fun getting to know us a little better, getting to know our year. I mean, yeah, the year overall, in terms of the world, pretty shitty.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's good to, like, find the light in things. And, like, I mean, I think for all of us, like movies and TV are such a big escape from everything. So it was a big part of all of our years. I know for me, like, we talked about it briefly, I watched so much TV, and I never really have been a super big TV girl, but I watched so many TV shows this year, and it really like helped me get away from everything. So
yeah.
So also in 2020 we started our YouTube channel.
Oh my god, that should have been one of our accomplishments.
I know, we're like dumb. Okay.
I don't know. I didn't even like it. It just doesn't feel like it. It's so weird.
If it's been 7 months,
it doesn't even like feel like a year.
Yeah.
Technically, we did the radio show in 2019, and then 2020 we showed our faces. So you can see our beautiful faces talking about some of our favorite programs.
Wow, that's crazy.
Crazy.
So
coming up on almost a year. Very exciting.
Finish my ramen.
Hope you enjoy watching her make ramen.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the ramen tutorial.
Yeah. Dinner and the show, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That concludes. We have a lot of stuff planned for you this year. So
yeah, get ready.
It's going to be a great year.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to kick 2021's butt.
Yes, we are.
It's going to be awesome. I'm ready.
Hopefully.
It's going to be good. I'm optimistic.
I'm glad that you're optimistic.
Me too.
I'm just like, I feel like we were also optimistic at the beginning of last year, and it's like, well.
I know.
I mean,
it can only go up that last for.
Yeah.
It can only go up from here, but I'm like, can it? I mean.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but No, yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by.
I'm sorry, just
Watching her make her ramen.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry, y'all, but like I just had a
Girls
really bad
gotta
cramp
eat.
during filming, and I'm like, oh shit, I spilled stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. Like
Thanks
the Big
for
Bear and the Big
watching.
Blue House. Yeah. Thank you for coming by my
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks
by
for
my house.
letting
Thanks
us
for
provide
watching.
a little bit of entertainment for you during 2020. Hopefully it helped. Hopefully it helped you escape from the cruelties of the world.
Yes.
That was like a pathetic eat. Okay, see you next time.
All right. Bye.